So expected na diverse ka dyan ng India. Diverse sa ilang culture, ilang pamatasan. Kaya imagine na 3 billion ilang population, 1.4 billion. Then, ang kuan sa ila, napod sila murag bitawag na ranking agalang society mo ni gitawag og case ba ni o caste man siguro magbasa. Kani ba? So na sila murag na influence sa silang Hindu na religion bitaw na sila ning case system na murag na ranking ag ilang mga tao bitaw na murag kuan kitay og dato ka nga bitaw dato pobre o pobre ka pang pobre ra jud imong pwede na trabaho na buhaton mga menial jobs, whereas kung naka sa mga high imong kuan status, mas imong mga kuan trabaho either ka landowners ani mga priest nga na sa society. So sa ilang politics, India has been a federal republic since 1950, governed through a democratic parliamentary system. India's parliamentary government was inherited from the British in 1757. Britain gained control over most of the country in 1974. In 1974, India had independence. So, kanideng India, nakuha ni sila, nasakop ni sila sa Britain. So, dire pa sila sa 1947 naka-independence. So, agilar pong politics sa India, na-adapt pa nila gikan sa Britain is Federal Republic. Kaning Federal Republic, mura bitaw na type na government, agilang presidente ani, dili ni sila para sa ato bitaw na kuan. Kita si para sa ato karon si Marcos ning dagan og pagka-president. Kita ni boto directly ni Marcos. Pero sa ila, by kuan nagila murag by party bitaw, party list. Agmulan sa by party list sa agaturang party list mismo agmo-select og kinsa ilang i-president. So mo ni sila. Sa gila pong kuan og sa ato bitaw regional nay nabahin ta sa ato Pilipinas na regional bitaw sa nabahin ba provinces sa ato agila federal states agila. So bali agatong probinsya kata Bohol og kaning Bohol na sako pa sa og kinay lugar ng Bohol sa India di province of Bohol nagato kundi federal state sa Bohol kintay og kuan pa federal republic pa so mo to ilang politics. So sa a little bit sa ilang anthropology, as a federal union, India comprises 28 states and 8 union territories with a total of 36 entities. The states and union territories are further subdivided into districts and smaller administrative divisions. It is a pluralistic, multilingual, and multi-ethnic society. India is a very spiritual country. It has no official religion, but more than 80% of Indians are Hindu. About 13% are Muslim. Other religions include Buddhism, Sikhism, and Jainism, which all began in India. So, nakaingan na bunda, ang India comprises of 28 states. Kaning 28 states, mga nakidanig mga ug sa ato pa, mga nanig Bohol, Cebu. Nalang sila 8 union territories. Kaning 8 union territories, kuhaan na po ni, tablarag po ni probinsya pero mas gamay pa ba? Sa kani silang 8 union territories, kuhaan na ni, nag-govern na ni, direct sa kuan sa ilang president mismo nag-direct na kuan nag-direct bitaw og govern kaning 28 states kuan nagmura gyud sa ato na governor pero mas kuan nagilang murag mas powerful pa bitaw kay federal states man sila, so mas powerful pa governor sa ilang lugar. So sa economy, India's economy is growing so fast that experts predict it will soon become one of the world's leading markets. Indians are hard workers, and though many are poorly educated, there are many others who are highly trained college graduates. In 2021, India was the ninth largest importer and 16th largest exporter. Major exports include petroleum products, textile goods, jewelry, software, engineering goods, chemicals, and manufactured leather goods. Major imports include crude oil, machinery, gems, fertilizer, and chemicals. So, in terms of economy, murag nice kasi wag lang performance sa India. Kay buo naman sa na maayo ning ilang engineering o kuan samot na nadako ni siya. So, seventh largest country. So, meaning murag daghan bitaw sila resources na kuan sa ila. Daghay resources sa ilang lugar. Then, to kuan pod, kaning India, somewhere in the past, sila ra pod ang lugar na mainan og diamond. So, I forgot sa year na dira India may na mine nag diamond, pero sa record kanidang India may unang na mainan og diamond. So, despite having the fifth largest economy globally in terms of GDP, about 21% of India's population, or about 269 million people, lives below the poverty line. GDP, gross domestic product measures, kaning GDP means gross domestic product measures, which measures the monetary value of final goods and services. That is, those that are bought by the final user, produced in a country in a given period of time. So, basihan mo good guys na dato ka na country is kung dako kag nice kag performance sa imong GDP bitaw. So, imagine sila may fifth largest economy. So, bisan pag dako sila GDP kanang kuan, so bali mo na bitaw murag kita na nila sa ilang kuan. Di naagyapon sila kuan 29 million people na naglisod bitaw na pobre. Kung di mo ka imagine ang 29 million na people na pobre sila, kanini ang 269 million waray katunga ang whole population sa Pilipinas ani guys. So og imong i-imagine ning poverty sa India na kuan medyo dako ani kay mas dako pa gani sa tong og tapuon na tong population kay atong population kay around 100 million raman. So kaning 269 million na kuan sila poverty na kuan dinhi murag di bitaw joke ra pod murag mo pa ni nakabira sa ilang kuan economy bisan pag high performance sila. So causes for poverty in India include illiteracy, gender discrimination, and unequal distribution of wealth. 2018 Walk Free Foundation report estimated that nearly 8 million people in India were living in different forms of modern slavery, such as bonded labor, child labor, human trafficking, and forced begging, among others. So some cause rapon sa ilang poverty kay illiteracy. So daghan sa po'y murag way grado sa ila, pero og kuan bisan daghan kay bright sila, pero daghan sa tungod sa kuan population na pud bitaw murag tungod tapos murag na mo pong nakapekto pud na nganong daghay kuan sila, daghay kanang murag way grado so gender discrimination murag napod present pud kayo na silang gender discrimination and unequal distribution of wealth. So murag na po murag na po corruption ning present sa India. Then slavery such as bonding, katong na mention po na ginsa na katong caste na makaapekto mo gumutol sa ilang social status bitaw kay murag bitaw ang pobre murag itreat ra as pobre bitaw murag gi kuan sila murag gi og pobre ka murag maglisod kag angat sa angat sa society bitaw. Pero karon kay social na modern naman ta, murag gihatagan gyud po nag-action sa government nila na murag mawa bitaw tong caste, murag maana magwa tong caste system na murag na discrimination sa kuan og pobre ka, murag pobre sa dato, magpiling dato mo na. So marat na guys, musunod si kuan Hamago sa idang si Zanay ma-explain si idang report.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am now reporting about working effectively with InGen. India is a land of great diversity, contrast, and complexity. Why is it called the land of great diversity? Is it because they have various types of food, speak different languages, celebrate different festivals, and practice different religions and traditions? There is a south-north divide as well as a regional divide along cultural and language lines. Business practices may differ in India depending on your location in India and whether you are working with government officials, multinational companies, or local vendors. The size of the company, the age and level of your business associates, as well as your familiarity with Western business practices will all have an impact on your team's effectiveness and productivity. Below is a list of 12 things you need to know when working with Indians. Number 1, hierarchy. Authority is generally respected among Indians who may hesitate to question a boss due to the respect given to seniors or elders. Indian companies and families have strict chain of command. Workers at a certain level will not perform tasks that are considered beneath them, and junior employees will feel comfortable questioning or criticizing their superiors. It also starts in the home with parents as well as their educational system. For example, Indian children are not encouraged to speak up or challenge a teacher. It carries over into the workplace and may affect communication with seniors. Empowerment. Many Indians aren't used to a boss asking their opinion. What do you think? And if that is their experience, they may prefer to do what the boss says and expect to be micromanaged. Others like to take initiative and just keep the boss informed. Indian bosses love to act and feel like they are bosses and subordinates. Actually don't mind subjecting their will to the will of their superiors. India's caste have a deep-seated belief that everyone is equal, and it is important for a person to understand your level in the system so that they know the boundaries of what they cannot do. So, when the system needs to work independently and collaborate as equals, most of the Indians are left confused on who they should go for advice or permission. Number 3, strong work ethic. Be careful what you ask. Indians generally don't push back and will try to accommodate you, even if it means working through a weekend. Number 4, rules and responsibilities. If a colleague asks for help, an Indian employee will usually try to do not to say no. Dahil if may mga yung tabang nila ang mga emphasis. willing sila mo kanang willing sila jud mutabang sa ilang makauban. Number 5, team. Competitive with themselves and others. Still may they are group-oriented in work style preference. However, those behaviors may be restrained in a mixed Indian and American group until mutual trust and honest communication has ang mga Indian sa ilang kagalingan ay competitive ang mga Indian sa ilang kagalingan pero kuan gyapon sila kanang nay willing sila ay kuan sila teamwork. Number 6, collegial. Indians enjoy being with others and take breaks and lunches with colleagues. Use the time to question or clarify. Break na nila mo na ilang kanang gamiton nga oras para i-clarify kintayanan sila yung mga question. If your colleague doesn't have answer, he or she who does. Yan. Well, number 7. In time national, Indians are generally timely with schedules and deadlines. In Indian companies, they expect flexibility. There is an intention to complete the work on time. However, they often don't give about the work go ready on time. Number 8, communication style. Indians generally prefer a communication style that is less direct, polite, and careful to offend. They often perceive a direct style as blunt and times rude. Number 9, conflict. Not too many conflict and strive for harmony. If comfortable din ka sa style or unable to differ for some reason, may solve their information. Number 10. Many Indians prefer to gather detailed information before making a decision to avoid risk. To do business within the network of personal relationships. Mostly, pagka na buwan sila decision, ila jud ang una-una maayo to avoid risk. Number 11, relationships. Relationship first, then task. This means Indians may be reserved in the beginning until no better than team meetings or social activities. In social situations among themselves, Indians are personal and informal. Indians generally part as friends. Friends become like families. They can speak about personal subjects and share confidences. Indian friendships are often compared to hard to break into but then smooth and in American friendship are compared to a peach. Easy access but the hard piece prevents friendship from becoming deep. Be sincere and patient in your efforts to develop a relationship. Understanding and appreciate cultural differences, more effective interactions, and result in greater collaboration among people of diverse cultural backgrounds.
Madunggan ra ba guys?
Oh,
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. This is our report in engineering management. So my topic is all about company management roles and responsibilities. So in company management, with reference to company management, there are various stakeholders like directors, officers, managers, and shareholders who guide a company towards the fulfillment of its business objectives. So management has been defined as the process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling the efforts of company members and of using all company resources to achieve stated company goals. Hence, the occupation of management is to maintain control over the company's actions and performance and simultaneously to lead, inspire, and direct the people working in the company. So, nga na ang kuan sa company na ay mag-planning, magplanos o mag-organize para kuan ang maong company. So, na goals. And this article studies organizational hierarchy in company management, role of shareholders, directors, responsibilities, and types of officers in company management. So in company management, nasa structure. So first is the role of shareholders. So shareholders hold shares, making them entitled to a share in the profits and the right to be represented by directors at board meetings. So directors are considered the elected representatives of shareholders. Executive directors are made responsible for continuous decision making in the business. Non-executive directors offer regular advice to the company but are not directly involved in the everyday company management. Know more about the types of directors in company. So mao na nakita sa atong kilid no sa mo ni siya mag-brainstorm, vote, and decide on any organizational decision. Checking and making approvals of the financial statements, discuss, decide, and vote for the directors of the company, decide on the director's salary, and deciding on the dividend payout percentage. So mao ni ang rules sa shareholders. Second is the role of the directors. In company management, the shareholders will select a board of directors to represent the company's interests. The following conditions will be observed when selecting the director specifically. A minimum of 3 directors in the case of a limited company, 2 directors in the case of a private limited company, 1 director in the case of a one-person company. And a managing director will be selected who has general responsibility for managing the company's affairs. The managing director, with aid and assistance from the other directors, will select and employ senior managers or officers related to the domain of company management. So, mo to ang role of directors. So, naay pa private limited company and one-person company. Third is the role of officers. Officers of a company are appointed by the board to directors to hold various top-level roles and responsibilities within the company. There is no statutory requirement for appointment of officers in a company. However, directors are statutorily required to be appointed for all company by its shareholders. Some of the most popular types of officers of a company are the CEO or Chief Executive Officer, COO or Chief Operating Officer, CFO or Chief Financial Officer, CTO, Chief Technology Officer, CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, and last one is the Chief Legal Officer. So, role of managers. Managers report to the officers or to presidents or vice presidents or senior managers within the division. Examples of responsibilities of managers in a company are as follows. So, dagan ang kuan sa role of managers no na ay account manager, recruitment manager, technology manager, store manager, regional managers, functional managers, departmental managers, and general managers. So in accounts manager, it mao ni ang tig maintenance of books sa company. And the second is recruiting employees for the company and setting up of interviews, ang recruitment manager. And the third, technology manager, mao ni ang development of a product or service. Mao ni ang i-develop sa mga produkto o mga serbisyo sa mga. And store manager is the maintenance of stocks of the company. And regional managers, in the case of a company operating on a regional basis. Functional managers, in the event of a company divided into different functions, for example, human resources, finance, and sales, and etc. And in departmental managers, company being divided into various markets, for example, retail, B2B, online. General managers in an office or factory may hire a general manager to whom functional managers report. And every manager in a company is made to handle an area of responsibility. In general, they will have to meet targets and objectives that fit into the company's general targets along with objectives. So, in resources management, nagyapon siya kalindahan na no. So, various managers within the company are held responsible for management of the company's resources. Some of the top resources of a company that must be managed are people, so mo yung kinunan, katawan, directing the company activities and taking care of the employees. Sunod is the financial, the utilization of financial resources in the best possible method for the company to achieve profit and sales target. So dapat matarong o utilize mga financial para maka-abot sa profit o ang sales target. So the third is the materials, ensuring that material is utilized in the most dynamic way with the minimal wastage. And fourth is the machinery and equipment, utilization of suitable machinery and equipment and ensuring that it is maintained, replaced, and updated where essential. Sunod ang buildings, ensuring that premises are safe and are being utilized in the most superior possible manner. And the last one is the technology, ensuring that the company utilizes the most efficient information technologies. So, mao ni ang mga nagkalain-lain sa resources management. So, that would be all. Thank you, guys.
Hello. Okay, good afternoon. I'm here to report on Indian labor law. And next break. Okay. Origin of labor laws. Labor laws emerged when the employers tried to restrict restrict powers of workers' organizations, and keep labor costs low. The workers and demanding better conditions and the right to organize so as to improve their standard of living. Employers' costs increase due to workers' demand. This lead to a chaotic situation which required the intervention of government. In order to put an end, the government enacted many labor laws in the country. Uh, okay. The history of labor legislation in India can be traced back to the history of British colonialism. In the beginning, it was difficult to get enough regular Indian workers to run British establishments, and hence laws of chartering workers became necessary. This was obviously labor legislation in order to protect the interest of British employers. Okay, that's the story of labor legislation in India. Indian labor law refers to law regulating labor in India. Traditionally, the Indian government at the federal and state levels has sought to ensure a high degree of protection for workers, but in practice, this differs due to the form of government and because labor is a subject in the concurrent list of the Indian Constitution. Back muna, bro. Back. Kulang lagi ni. Sige lang, sige. Continue. Continue to. Okay. Next. Okay, important acts of Indian labor law. The first one was the Apprentice Act of 1961, in which the main objective of the Apprentice Act 1961 is promotion of the new manpower and skills, improvement or refinement of all skills through theoretical and practical training in number of trades and occupations. The scheme is also extended to engineers and diploma holders. In India, the Apprentices Act came into force in 1961 and was amended by the Act 41 of 1986. It's also a statutory obligation on the part of every employee covered under the Act. Okay. This Apprentice Act is yung sa ako-apan is yan yung mag-OGT. On the job training just to enhance the skills, improve our skills in the field. Next slide. By applicability of the Act, the Apprentices Act applies all areas and industries as notified by the central government. The Act extends to across all over the India. Okay, it's applicable all over India. Apprentice means a person who is undergoing apprenticeship training. Okay, this ganun yung nag-OJT ganun. Para maka-learn ng much better skills in the field. In pursuance of a contract of apprenticeship training means a course of training in any industry or establishment undergone in pursuance of a contract of apprenticeship and under prescribed terms and conditions which may be different for different employees of apprentices. Okay, next one. Okay. This next one is Payment of Wages Act of 1936. Okay. 1931, I'm sorry. Objective of the Act, the Payment of Wages Act of no, 1936. It was 1936. The Payment of Wages Act of 1936 regulates payment of wages to employees, direct and indirect. The Act is intended to be a remedy against unauthorized deductions made by the employer or unjustified delay in payment of wages. All employees are covered under the Act. Those are drawing average of one 10,000 rupee per month. The applicability of the Act, the payment of wages Act of it's still same is applicable to all factories, industrial establishment, tramway service or motor transport service engaged in carrying passengers or goods both by road for hire or reward and etc. Okay, next one. Meaning the meaning of wages. So okay, wages means all remuneration expenses, salary, money, include remuneration payable under any award or settlement. Overtime wages for holiday and any sum payable on termination of employment. However, it does not include bonus. Okay, it has a different act. It has a different law in terms of bonus, which does not form part of remuneration payable, value of house accommodation, contribution to PF or Provident Fund, and ESI, Employee State Insurance Corporation, traveling allowance or payment gratuity. They just remuneration is it means means money paid for work or service. Understandable naman. So next one is Worksman Compensation Act of 1923. Object of the act: this is an act to provide for the payment by certain classes of employers to the workman or employee of compensation for injury by accident during the course of employment. The act is applicable all over India and came into force in the World Economic Forum, WEF, or World Economic Forum, on 1st of July 1924. World Economic Forum means history of meeting. Coverage of employees, all employees of any categories, capacity irrespective of their status or salaries, if either directly or hired through contractor or person recruited to work abroad for the organization. Okay, next one. The Factories Act of 1948. The Factories Act of 1948 was an act of Parliament passed in the United Kingdom by the Labour government of Clement Attlee. It was passed with the intention of safeguarding the health of workers. It extended the age limits for the medical examination of persons entering factory employment, while also including male workers in the regulations for providing seats and issuing extensive new building regulations. This will help yung mga nag-work sa factory, which is very hazardous. Okay, next one. This act has been come into force to consolidate and amend the law regulating labor working in the factories to ensure the safeguard the interests of workers and to protect them from exploitation. The act prescribes certain standards with regards to safety, welfare, and working hours of workers apart from the other provisions. Can explain. Next, Brett. Next, Brett. Next, sa factory sa. Sa repeat. Sa ano pre sa okay, Industrial Disputes Act of 1947. Ano ba? Lang. Wait lang. May isa akong connection.
Okay, are you done? Group 5?
Not yet, ma'am. Sorry, may may
Yeah.
technical issue lang na may mata internet or something. So di kasi ako nag-represent on. Wait lang, ma'am. Babalik lang si yung nag-represent.
Okay na? Okay na ba? Connection?
Okay, wait lang.
So, while connecting na my attendance ko. So, we'll go back to the reporting after the attendance. So, say present if your name is called. Alvarado,
Present, ma'am.
Ampo,
Present, ma'am.
Ano,
Present, ma'am.
Apale, Aaron West, Banak,
Present, ma'am.
Bantilan, Bernabe, Bantilan, Bernabe,
Present, ma'am.
Buyonas,
Present, ma'am.
Kabaktulan, Kabaktulan, wala. Kaduyak, Kahes,
Present, ma'am.
Karyas,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Sempron, wala.
Present, ma'am.
Na Sempron, Dayagbil,
Present, ma'am.
Idulantes, Idulantes, wala. Felicita, si Idulantes ay, na ba si Idulantes? Felicita, Galeras,
Present, ma'am.
Gamaw, wala si Gamaw. Gastanes, wala si Gastanes. Si Laburera,
Present, ma'am.
Legaspi,
Present, ma'am.
Lingas,
Present, ma'am. Present.
Madronero,
Present, ma'am.
Meloria,
Present, ma'am.
Mandilla, wala si Mandilla. Mortil,
Present, ma'am. Present.
Ocares,
Present, ma'am.
Olaguet,
Present, ma'am.
Olarita,
Present, ma'am.
Panis,
Present, ma'am.
Pilapil,
Present, ma'am. Pilapil, ma'am.
Poligrates, Polinar, Pablas,
Present, Polinar, ma'am.
Polinar, Pablas, wala. Putol,
Present, putol, ma'am. Present.
Saloritos. Wala. Saloritos.
Present Saloritos, ma'am.
Oh. Sarabia. Sarabia, wala. Simbulas. Simbulas, wala. Okay. So, reporters, continue.
Present po, Ma'am Simplante.
Pero una po,
Reporter.
ma'am.
Reporter.
Okay.
Okay.
You know,
So, continue.
yes. So ngayon, so we're here now sa Industrial Disputes Act of 1947. Objective of the Act, the main objective of the Act, make provision for the investigation and settlement of industrial disputes between employer and employee, and for certain other purposes. This Act extends to the whole of India and the World Economic Forum on the 1st of April 1947. Ang kakulian sa industry. This act will protect the employee. Okay, employees PF and MP Act, Employees Provident Fund and Provident Fund or MP. MP is stands for sa government sa sa India, in which is a Ministry of Labor Employment, Madhya Pradesh. Yan yung meaning ng acronym. Okay, objective of the Act, the mission of EPFO, Employees Provident Fund, and Employees Provident Fund, Employees Provident Fund or EPFO, is to extend the reach and equality of publicly managed old age income security programs through consistent and ever improving standards of compliance and benefit, delivering in a manner that wins the approval and confidence of Indians. The EPF and MP Act 1952 was enacted at Parliament and came into force in the World Economic Forum on the 4th of March 1952. Presently, the following three schemes are in operation under the Act of Employees Provident Fund Scheme 1952. Employees Deposit Linked Insurance Scheme 1976. Employees Pension Scheme 1995, or replacing the Family Pension Scheme in 1971. Amendment. Employee State Insurance Act of 1948. 1948. Objective of the Act, the ESI scheme is an integrated measure of social insurance come to the life through the Employee State Insurance Act of 1948, and is designed to complete the task of protecting employees as defined in the ESI, Employee State Insurance Act of 1948, against the hazard of sickness, maternity, disablement, or death due to employment injury, and to provide full medical care to insured person or IP and their families. The ESI Act is applicable across the length and breadth of the India. I guess I wouldn't do that. So we see, understand na to naman, paghirap ng mga words dito. The next one is the Maternity Benefit Act Amendment of 2017. Okay, binago na to. kaya amendment. There's previous one here pero nilagay ko na yung yung bago. Objective, the Act, the Maternity Benefit Amendment Act of 2017 gives female employees of every company the right to take 6 months worth of fully paid maternity leave. It also provides for 6 weeks worth of paid leave. Oh my God. Paid leaves in case of miscarriage or medical termination of pregnancy. Payment of bonus acts of 1965. Objective of the act, an act to provide for the payment of bonus to persons employed in certain establishments on the basis of profits or on the basis of production or productivity and for matters connected therewith. Bonus Act. Mostly, nangyayari ito sa pag maganda yung performance ng isang employee. Karoon ng bonus. Okay, payment of gratuity na of 1972. Objective of the act, an act to provide for the payment of gratuity. Gratuity means a gift, to employees engaged in factories, mines, oil fields, plantations, ports, railway companies, shop, or other establishments, and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. So far as it relates to ports and plantations, it does not apply to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, in which lugar yan sa India. This act extends to the whole of India. Pero may part sa India na sa state India Jammu and Kashmir is applicable. Payment of gratuity or a gift. Okay, that's all. Thank you. And the next one is Indian Workplace Safety, Habibi, Louis, Sebastian, and all. Thank you.
Okay, are you done?
Yes, ma'am, mayroon pa sa si next reporter.
Stop share, mate. Lagyan mo.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Madungog ko.
Yes, Fred.
Dungog mo.
Okay. Dili ta sa ba ang background?
Di naman.
Kerry.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. My topic is all about Indian workplace safety. Preference for staying employed over staying safe. India is the land of the masses with the second largest population in the world. Unfortunately, a considerable portion a huge portion of the employed workers in the unorganized sector, which accounts for nearly 90% of the total working population. There is a visible competition within the workforce to find job opportunities, which most of is priority prioritization of productivity over safety. While multinational and large-scale towards a safe workplace, most small and medium enterprises barely meet minimum safety requirements. Employers in these segments prioritize productivity over workers' safety. Employers' activity might get hampered when working with strict safety regulations. And, for example, at construction sites, a substantial amount of time is lost in equipping and removing safety harnesses from employees. So, pasabot ko no guys, mas i-prioritize nila ang productivity sa ilang work over sa safety sa Indians. Kay ako po ma-waste of time ang example mag-equip of harness or magkuha pa sa proper equipment. Employees may avoid practicing such measures if they feel that the employees are not at greater risk in carrying out work activities. This culture of undertaking safety measures only when absolutely necessary and based on assumptions is a major cause of accidents. So, shortage of trained OSH officers. So, OSH officers means of occupational health of professionals. There are around 1,000 qualified occupational health professionals in India. This number is obviously low and inadequate, considering the huge population of our country. Therefore, there is a huge gap in the demand and supply of occupational health safety specialists in India. This number is a huge cause of worry as, according to a report, there are just 5 officials to inspect the 3,270 boilers in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Having such few safety officers can take a toll not only on the health of officers but also result in inefficiencies in safety inspections and operations. Lack of emphasis on OSH training. Occupational health and safety training is seen as an unnecessary expense by most organizations. So, most those organizations found in India mo disregard jud sila sa safety sa buta ng mga officers na i-check bitaw less ra o i-hire sila para makasave sila money and time. Therefore, there is a huge gap in the demand and supply of occupational health safety specialists in India. This number is a huge cause of worry. Sorry. Lack of emphasis on OSH training. Occupational health and safety training is seen as an unnecessary expense by most organizations. If an organization is functioning without any mishaps, the leaders don't find it necessary to invest and implement in a safety training program. It takes an unexpected accident leading to a major financial losses compels such organizations to look for safety training providers. So, So that's all sa akong topic.
Uh, Ma'am, that
So,
concludes our
that
hearing.
concludes our report.
Okay, thank you, Group 5.
Thank you.
I-send lang yung handout sa
Ma'am,
GC.
pwede isend no through email kasi yung compilation ng PowerPoint is mo-exceed sa kwan, ma'am, sa limit sa messenger lang isend.
Pwede lang.
Ah, sige.
Or i-upload na lang sa... Maka-upload ba mo sa G-Class?
Kuhan ma'am, Google Drive ka ma'am para mas dali ma'am. Pwede rin ba ma'am? Para link resend.
Sige, link lang yung kuan.
Ah, sige.
Send. So, dapat ang file naka-PDF siya, ha?
Naka-PDF. Okay. Noted.
Okay.
Ma'am, thank you.
Tomorrow, we'll have Group 6 to report. Same time. Okay. So, no more questions. Okay, that would be all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you ma'am.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, guys.
Ah,